What's up, everybody? Nook is back here for my review of the 2022 live-action remake of Pinocchio. Before I watched this, I gave the original animated classic a rewatch, and I still enjoy it. It's not as great as it once was when I was a kid. It is still a good film, I think. This film, however, let's get into it. A live-action and CGI retelling of the beloved tale of the wooden puppet who embarks on a thrilling journey to become a real boy. Other characters include the lovable characters of Geppetto, Jiminy Cricket, Honest John, the Blue Fairy, the Coachman, and in this one we get new characters like Sophia the Seagull. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, where to start with this one? We have new characters introduced that add nothing to this story. I'm just going to say it flat out. This is a bad film. This is a bad film. It adds nothing to the film. This is a wooden, not a pun. This is a very wooden film. There's no feeling to it. This kind of feels like The Lion King, but worse. The Lion King, there was no expressions on their faces. There was nothing there. You couldn't feel the emotion. There was nothing here. The whale scene they added in here, well, what they added to this whale scene, there was one good thing about, and that's giving him a reason to go out and be at sea. Instead of, oh, he just got eaten by a whale. That is a flaw in this one that I thought of while watching this one. And Scotty really does agree with me on that point, but watch his video for that. Pinocchio is a bad film. Not only is the CGI somewhat questionable, but Tom Hanks is just very stale here. He's not given a very good performance. It looks like he's given an over-the-top, goofy performance, not really giving what he's supposed to be giving to it. Now, he's still fine in the role, but he's just fine, and that's not Tom Hanks being Tom Hanks. This is a really stale script, a poorly written script that adds too much to this to even make this a somewhat different of a retelling. It adds in certain points but takes away from the original. And yes, that's what a remake is supposed to do. The Blue Fairy is only in one scene. Not how that's supposed to work. I didn't really care for how Pinocchio became how he became alive. I didn't care for that. This is a film that gives you the Coachman, gives the Coachman a song. Is not a very good song. It is unneeded. The songs added in here are very unneeded. You get the very moments of Pinocchio that you will remember. You get the whale. You get him sneezing. You get "Hi diddly dee," an actor's life for me. You get all that stuff. You get the lines you're expecting. But this is a very bad film. I had a bad feeling from the very beginning of this film with Jiminy Cricket breaking the fourth wall with himself. I think this is a very bad film, one of the worst of the entire year, definitely in my top 10 of the worst right now, maybe even in the top 5. And I've seen some clunkers this year, but this is awful, the worst live-action remake of a Disney film ever. This is just straight up a bad film. But that's my opinion. If you are a fan of this film, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I wish I could have. I was really looking forward to this film. But this is a bad film overall to me. So I'm going to give Pinocchio a D-. I was going to go with a D, and I could go with a D, but let's just bump that up to a D because I did enjoy them giving him a little bit of a different reason to be out there instead of no reason at all. You did a nice job with Jiminy Cricket's design, but it was not a very memorable design. Joseph Gordon-Levitt does a good job in the role, but besides that, there's nothing here for me or for fans of the original classic. Pinocchio, there's my review of that one. Stay tuned for my reviews of the new horror film Margot, starring Madison Pettis and Richard Harmon, as well as the brand new romance film starring Emma Roberts and Thomas Mann called About Fate. I will see you guys next time.